Hello, hello. One thing that we do not do that often on this channel that we need to start doing more is talking about strategy around client management. Most of you are managing clients, managing either like what your service providing is or what your client is. So let's talk about reviewing 2022. Yes, it's October, but it's going to sneak up on us faster than we want. Let's plan a little bit of a planning session around how to review information into the future without diving into all that nitty gritty detail if you didn't plan up front. So this is that video. If you think this is interesting at all, right, check out betterthandata.com/YouTube and take the quiz. The quiz is super helpful because you can see, again, where you are, what you need to learn, and then ultimately you get an email series talking about a few of the steps that you might want to consider while you're building out your systems for your agency, consultancy, all that jazz. All right, so let's talk about how to do this in Looker Studio if you were starting at the ground and had nothing currently to review. All right, we're gonna touch a lot of topics here, so let's just hop right into it. So what you'll see here is we have a lovely Data Studio Looker Studio report. What we want to do first is we want to make sure that we can add a chart, right, with information that is pulling from a GA for lack of any other data sources. So let's just look at Google Analytics data. We're looking at Google Analytics 4 from Data Studio VIP. What I want to do now is I want to look at the entirety of the year. So let's add a control now and look at a date range control, which is going to be down here. And we're going to add a control and we're going to change this date range selector to the entire year to date. So we'll just find that in here. This year to date. So it's going to go all the way to this year to today. You can do even further if you'd like to. Totally fine either way. So now that we have this all up and year to date data, what we want to do now is look at it by month. So I'm going to add actually a dimension here of month because with GA4, they actually give you the month. With Universal, you use date and then aggregate by month. So we actually launched Data Studio VIP, which is now Looker Studio VIP, back in March. So let's put this in order here. So March is when it was launched, and you can see how that traffic has persisted, grown, shrank over time. So how would we plan this out? The first thing that you want to do here is you want to say, okay, what were the things that we wanted to accomplish? And I'm just going to use a little text box here just for the sake of simplicity. And what we wanted to say is we have a few different goals. First goal is sessions. Okay, that is our main goal. The second goal we have, oopsies, that's not 10%. All right. The second goal we have is going to be, we want people to see the cheat sheet. Okay. So if you have not seen the cheat sheet, go check that out. We've had almost 1,000 people download it so far. Okay. And then we have the generate lead from cheat sheet. All right. And then we're going to have course sales. Let's just do that down here. So we'll do course sales, and then we're going to have viewing the course. All right, so that should be at least where we start, right? People have viewed the course, people have saw the course, people have purchased the course. You can always check out how much money that this website has made over on lookerstudio.vip/open. And here you can see sessions, cheat sheet, leads, viewing the course, and then course sales. All right. So we've done this is what was supposed to have happened this year, kind of starting at the high level and moving itself down. So how on earth does this fit into things? So now we have monthly data. Let's just add in our good old sessions. So let's just add in here. We will add in sessions. And we're just going to assume that we did nothing correct. Okay, so we just have sessions, the month that the sessions occurred in, and then we imagine we didn't do all of our GA4 setup correctly. We're going to get spicy with how to do this. The thing that we're going to have to do here is we're going to have to blend data sources between sessions, cheat sheet, leads, viewed course, course sales. So how do we do that? Well, let's hop into it. We're going to duplicate this table, and you can watch the entire thing on blending. We're going to touch a lot of disciplines in this 2022 planning dashboard. So we have our month of sessions, right? We're going to then have our month of people who viewed the cheat sheet. Lots of ways to do this. I would recommend using an event in GA4 to do this, but because, hypothetically here, we didn't plan. Like, imagine if you didn't plan, you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't plan for the future. What do we do? Well, that's where filters come into play. So what we do is we know that the cheat sheet is /cheat sheet. Go check it out if you have not. What we can do is we can actually add a filter to this table, and we can say, hey, I want to have a filter that includes only the people who have viewed the cheat sheet. So let's just say the page here, again, my head is in the way, but you can see it right there, bam, where the page path, right, or excuse the path is equal to, I know this because I've already done this, but here we go, cheat sheet /. Make sure you use naming conventions on these. I include with an I hyphen the page path is equal to /cheat sheet. Okie dokie. Hit save on that. Now we have all of the sessions that have viewed the cheat sheet. Pretty sweet. Am I not right? Okay. Now, I keep saying now, but you get the idea. What we want to do is, so we got this one. We've got sessions. I'm just going to like, I don't know what to do here. Underline or strike through it. We did it. Okay. Sessions, good. Cheat sheet, done. Cheat sheet, pow. All right. How do we get leads? All right. Again, imagine that you did no planning, zero planning. You did not have generate lead. You just put this on your website and you did not set anything up. This is the case scenario that we're working with here. So how do you do that? We got these. Bam. Sessions, cheat sheet. All right, now, how do we get leads? So I know that they go to a thank you page, all right? So it's kind of cheating. I'm just gonna use the thank you page of sessions with the thank you page. The beauty is the cheat sheet is not delivered on the actual thank you page, it's delivered via email. So there's no reason to really go back. Obviously it might be a little bit overcounted. You should use an event, would highly recommend an event. But again, we didn't set this up. Like I set it up, imagine if you didn't set it up. So how on earth are we gonna do that? So let's go in here. We're gonna create a new filter. Come down here in our setup tab. We're gonna exit out of this. We'll create a new filter here that is gonna be inclusive of your thank you page. So we're gonna go here, include where the path, the page path equals, again, I know this because I have done this, cheat sheet /think-u with a trailing slash, because we do that for all of the sites, it's WordPress, includes page path that is equal to the /cheat sheet /think-u /. Okie doke. Hit save on that. All right, there you can see the people who have downloaded the cheat sheet. And it's pretty accurate. I did a comparison before this video of number of leads and then cheat sheet. Like it's within like a few percentage points. So don't worry about that. Bam, we got the leads of cheat sheet. Strike that out. Viewed course. How on earth do we do this? So we're just building out little tables here if you haven't caught on yet. And I'm going to show you what we're going to do after this. So imagine we just want to say viewed course. All right. This is where we're using Podia. All right, so Podia is what the system is. I know that Podia integrates into GA4. Good job, Podia, on that. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to say add a filter, create a filter here that includes where the event name is equal to view _item. There's only one course, so we don't have to. If you had more than one course, you can add another filter of the product name. I don't have another course, so include the event name that is equal to view _item. Bam. Ta-da! How many people viewed the items? Lastly, we're just gonna go straight up purchases, okay? Viewed course, let's just organize this a little bit. So here, this is our top line sessions. Here, we then have the actual people who saw cheat sheet. Let's just say cheat sheet, and then we're gonna put a semicolon and say saw aware, okay? Then what we're gonna do here is we are gonna add another one of, this is the people who have generated the leads. Oh geez, we're getting all confused now. This is why you don't do it like the way I'm doing it, but you can follow along. All right, so here's a thank you. So we're gonna rename this the session to leads, cheat sheet leads. Alrighty then, now we have the next one, right? And you can see this, is they saw the course. Course aware. Alright, so I'm gonna course aware. And then lastly is we wanna say purchase. So here we can add a filter of purchases or personal favorite. You can just literally add transactions here, and bam, we got transactions. Okay, now hopefully it makes sense as far as where we're going with this. Now I'm going to blend all these together. So we got cheat sheets, we got the viewed course, we now have the course sales, bam, and we are off to the races. I'm going to get rid of all these so we got some more space to work with, right? And hopefully you are following along at home with your own systems, right? We just use page paths, sessions, and a couple of event names, okay? Imagine you did nothing, you should be able to do this. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on this, I'm gonna hold shift, I'm gonna click on the next one, going down, hold shift, next one, hold shift, next one, hold shift, next one. Bam, right click, blend data, okay? By default, it might work, it might. By default, it might not work, you never know. All right, bam, left join across the thing on the dimension of the date. So theoretically, we should be good to go. I'm gonna rename this to looker studio.vip / no, that's it, okay. Uh-oh, I know one thing that we did wrong here. We rebranded to Looker Studio. Oh no, that's why we use the path, we're good, we're good. Okay. So now we should have this. We should have this where this should be month. Santa Maria. Okay, month. And then we should have this as sessions. And then we can have the cheat sheet aware. We can then have the course aware. And then we can have the cheat sheet leads, right? And then we can have the course transactions. I'm going to rename this to, just so we have an idea of course, transactions. Okay, so now you have an idea around that. So theoretically, we can delete all of these. Let's delete them all, get my head out of the way. All right, and so now we have this little chart here that gives us some sort of like trend, okay? But what I want to show you now, so this could be it. This could be your planning session. This could be it. You now have month, sessions, how many cheat sheet people saw it, how many leads were generated from that, how many people were aware of your course, how many people bought your course. Cool. We're going to level that up. It's going to be a long video. Buckle up. So I want to introduce you to a community visualization that is by Thomas. Oh my goodness, I don't know his last name. His name is Thomas Langnau. We're going to hit allow on this. This is called, he calls it the custom table, and it is just that. It's a custom table. So we're going to use this same information, and what we're going to do is we're going to make this look like this. Bada bing, bada boom. Ta-da, ta-da. We're going to make it nice and big. We are then going to go straight to the style tab, and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, what's happening? We're going to make this really big here. So we're going to this size 28. Let's go even bigger. 30. And then we're going to make the table body size like 20. Okay? Following so far? We're going to head back to the setup. We're going to add the metrics here. Now sessions We're going to add cheat sheet aware, cheat sheet generate lead. We're going to add the course aware. We're in course generate lead. I should rename that, or course transactions. And you're probably like, wow, that's really ugly. Do not worry. The last thing that we're going to do here is we're going to go to the style tab. Not the last thing. We've got lots of things to do here. Style tab. We're then going to remove the footer here. So I just want to show that. And he's got it really, really nicely laid out here. So you can just delete this. You can just say delete those, and then bam, now you don't have them. Awesome. We are then going to go back to our setup tab, and we are going to add in new percentages. So we're going to do cheat sheet aware, sum cheat sheet aware, all right, divided by sum of cheat sheet leads. And you remember, you're doing this for your business, okay? And we're going to call this, I'm just going to call it CR percentage for like continue percentage, conversion rate, any type of CR type of things you want to do. Hit apply. And then we're going to drag that up to here. So now we have that there. I'm just going to copy this function because I'm lazy and we're going fast here, and create a new one. And oops, that's backwards. So that's our problem. So then we're going to have the aware divided by sessions. So now what we're looking at is how efficient the website is at getting people to sessions. So I'm going to call this site efficiency, I-E-N-C-Y. It's probably spelled wrong. Don't kill me. All right, we're going with efficiency. Bam. Thank you, Google. And so we're going to put this, site efficiency. We're going to readjust this, so this should be the other way around. Ta-da. So now we've got the actual conversion rate as opposed to whatever that number was. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing for the course. So how efficient are we at getting people to view the course? So course aware. Forgot to hit sum, course aware. And then we're going to do divided by sum of sessions. So we can see of the sessions, how many people became aware of the course, okay? So we'll call this like site efficiency as well. Actually, we'll call this site to course. Okay, just to give us a simple differentiator. Hit percentages, hit save. And there's that. And then we're gonna do one more that is gonna be course aware, course sum of course aware. And then, oh shoot, what was the other thing that I named it? Of course transactions. So course transactions divided by course aware, course. Why is that not showing up? Transactions. Oh, it just, for some reason, it's not pulling that. No worries. Okay, so now we have sum of transactions divided by sum of aware. Change this into a percentage. Hit apply. We're going to call this a conversion rate because technically this is like a conversion rate of the page. Technically, like, okay. So now is where the magic of Thomas's custom visualization comes into play. We're gonna get rid of this. Just double check our numbers, right? October, we got this many sessions, 12% site efficiency to get to the cheat sheet, 61% people download the cheat sheet. The site to course is 7.4%. And then where's the course conversion rate? Oh wait, I don't think we turned it into a percentage. Oh my, not $1. Okay, so now we should have everything here. Bam. This is where Thomas's genius comes into play. Is I'm gonna put something, just like show you his documentation. So this is gonna be in the comments down below, but this is gonna be Thomas's custom tables documentation. it is flipping the best thing since sliced bread. You can do whatever you want with it. Just feel free, like I'll link it down below, but he goes into lots of detail on like how to use this. But what we're going to do here is we are going to create something using his stuff. So I'm going to go over here, find his heat maps. We're then going to go in here, gives us some CSS to copy the heat map. So here we're going to use thresholds for positive numbers. We're not going to have any negative numbers. We're going to copy the CSS. You can write your own if you'd like to. I've done it in the past for a couple of his. Big fan of Thomas. And then we're going to go up to style. We're going to do two things. We're going to transpose this table, turn off sortable columns. So now we've got a little funnel action happening here. And what we're going to do is we're going to come all the way down here to the, what's it called? Is CSS, which is somewhere. Give me 1 second. I promise we'll get there. CSS rules. I'm going to paste in what I just copied from him. This will be for one thing. So we have the TD. I know how to use this, but like if you want to really dive into Thomas's stuff, would highly recommend it. If you show config mode, super valuable. So now we know the names of everything. So you can hit config mode, show up here. So here we have his code. We're just going to use this because we don't got time for this. So I'm going to just type this in. So TD stands for, I think, table dimension. And then what we want to look at is we want to see the actual thing. So we have site efficiency. It's literally called site efficiency. So I'm just going to copy this right here, site efficiency. And we're going to come up here and we're going to put site efficiency right there. Bam! And then theoretically, if we did everything right and got rid of our spaces here, it should color it. So now what we can do is we can head back into this and we can say, okay, we say 12%. So our smallest number here is right now that. So we're going to change this to, let's just say it's 10%. So 10% is bad. And we're going to say 12%, or let's just say, yeah, 13% is yellow, and then 15% is green. Ta-da! So now we have like a little color coordination happening. We're going to do the same thing for the other ones. So now let's grab this. Let's paste this down here. We're then going to say, let's do the same thing for the rest of them. I'm going to know what they are. So set TD CR. And then we're going to do the same thing of this should convert at like a bad conversion rate is 40% and okay is 50%. And then we're going to keep, what's it called? Green at 60%. So that way it's not like all green. Bam. So now we got that. I'm going to go down the list again. One more time. Basically the goal here is that we can have all of our percentages. And you should probably comment this if you're, I'm just going fast here, site to course. So then here, TD, I just don't, I've used it quite a bit. So site to course. And then we're going to do the same exact thing of, let's just say, point, I don't know, 5%. So 5%, 8%. Let's go 7%. And then let's go with green of 9%. Ta-da! Okay, and then we'll do one more. We'll just readjust everything. And then now you have something that is actually really useful. Is here, we want to put in conversion rate. And then usually I'd say most people kind of shoot for a 2%, and then 3%, and then 4%. And bam, there we go, guys. Now we can just sort this, go back to our data tab, which I've lost. Give me 1 second here. Well, my clicker doesn't want to work, so now we're here. So now, let me just refresh the page. You know Looker Studio, it's sometimes going to be wonky. All right, so now click on this. We are going to sort this, put our conversion rate in between here. We're going to sort by month ascending. And now we can say March when, what happened, how are we trending over time from a lot of data. Like you can add a lot of information that is basically a funnel, right? At the top of this page is the number of sessions, then we're moving down and down and down and down into more and more granular information about how the site is trending. So this, if you now go to view mode, it really, really is impactful. We're gonna layer on one more tip here, which is super, super helpful, is that because we're using Google Analytics data here, is you can actually have an input box. So let's put this input box right here. And we're gonna actually add in the actual original Google Analytics GA4 of Data Studio of VIP, which is no longer, so I need to change that. And we're gonna change the session source clean, showed you that in a previous video. And now we can say, okay, how is our organic traffic doing? And we can see how this compares to everything else. Wait, source, that would not be nothing. It should be the medium that's organic. 1 second. There we go. Okay, so now you can see how organic traffic is trending over a year plus, and every single client is just floored when they see this. So that is, again, this is how you can start planning out. I'm gonna go to make it in view mode, look at it nice and big, is right here at a glance. You can see how you're trending over time, how you are working, and now we're able to look at individual sources and how those are trending over time. So this is a very basic report, right? We have a lot more advanced stuff. If you made it this far, go ahead and sign up over at Better Than Data. Take the quiz. It's going to be freaking epic. So I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. It's going to be really, really fun to see how everyone starts planning for 2022 or 2023.